Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. So today we have a foundation review for you, and it is with the new Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation with a broad spectrum of SPF25. So as always, we will be doing a full day wear test with a minimum of 8 hours. We will be taking flash photography. I will also show you how the foundation looks in my studio lighting and natural lighting and in sunlight. And then of course, I will share with you my final thoughts at the end of the video. So stay tuned for all of that. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and spending some time with me. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to consider it and join the Glam Girls squad. And let's just get right into this video. So like I said, we have the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation with a broad spectrum of SPF25. It does retail for $42 and comes in 42 shades. We get a total of 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters of product, and I actually picked up mine from the cosmetic company store and got it for 50% off. So if you don't know what that is the Estee Lauder outlet store, and so basically any brand that is owned by Estee Lauder can be sold there, and I was very shocked to see this foundation already in there. So I say check it out there if you are interested in it. I did pick up the shade WN104 Toffee, and this shade is described as a medium shade with neutral warm undertones. Because this was at a cosmetic company store, they didn't have all the shades possible. So this particular foundation is a little warmer, just a tinge warmer than what I probably could have gone for, but because it was half off, I was like, I'm gonna make this one work. And I actually do think we have made it work. It will definitely be a really good solid match when the summertime comes and I'm out in the sun a little bit more. Some claims on the foundation is that it has a natural finish, it is oil-free, it is infused with hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. It is long wearing and it has recyclable packaging. The coverage is full, the finish, like I said, is natural, and it has an SPF of 25. And as you can see from the flash photography test, we don't see any flashbacks, so I am happy about that. It also has salicylic acid in it, which I was not aware of it. And for those of you who are concerned, I am at the end of my pregnancy, so I think baby girl is fine. I wasn't aware that there was salicylic acid in it, but there is, just to let you know. That's going to be in there to restore the skin's visible radiance and texture. It also says that this foundation is weightless, it has medium to full coverage, and it aims to improve the look of skin over time with consistent use. So upon applying this foundation to the skin, I was like, okay, this foundation is definitely coming out of the gate medium full. I would even say honestly full coverage. I only used like 2 pumps when I first was applying it on one side of my face, and I was like, okay, this is full coverage. But what's crazy about it is it doesn't feel full coverage at all. Like, I don't feel like I'm wearing any foundation, and I would definitely say that for it to be full coverage, it doesn't look flat or anything. Like, if this were an actual better shade match, I almost feel like I could have worn it by itself, because it really made the skin look perfected, but somehow the skin still looked natural. It's a very interesting combination. I was very highly impressed just after applying it all over the face. I was like, well, okay, Clinique, because I do not have really any products from the brand. They're just not a brand that I typically am interested in, but I saw Vicky J wearing it and I was like, that looks real cute, so let me try it. And y'all know I love foundation. So I've had this foundation on now for a good 2 hours. Looking at my smile line right here, typically foundation will pull into there. No settling of foundation just yet. It's only been a couple of hours, but no settling just yet. I just love how it looks on the skin. Like, y'all, I'm really blown away at this 2-hour check-in. I am blown away. I think it looked really nice in natural lighting, and the color actually looked, in my opinion, a little better in natural lighting. And then even in the sunlight, it just looks so beautiful on the skin. I cannot get over how perfected my skin looks. I have a couple of breakouts here and some over here, and I feel like it glided really nicely over those breakout areas, and it's not enhancing them at all. I am so here for this foundation at the 2-hour check-in. I can't wait to see how it looks on my face at the end of the day, because it does have some pretty high claims of being long lasting. But I really feel like this formula, this natural finish full coverage is hitting. It is hitting. It's beautiful. In terms of the primer that I use, I did use a more kind of mattifying pore filling primer. I went in with the LYS. This is the Secure Skin Gripping Serum Primer. So I went in with just a little bit of that around my pores and along the corner of my nose here, and then my forehead and a little bit on my chin, just to let you know what's on my base. And that's it in terms of things that I feel, you know, could affect the foundation. So yeah, those are pretty much all the high points. Like I said, I'm very impressed at this point of the day, and we'll check back in at the end of the day and I will share with you my final thoughts. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so we are back. It is the end of the day. I have had this foundation on for a little over 8 hours, and I really like what I'm seeing. So coming in just a little close so you can see how everything is looking on my face. We do see just a little bit of dew around my nose, but everywhere else along the face just looks really, really nice and smooth. Like this foundation, it looks so perfected. And y'all, I took a little nap today too. I tried to, you know, sleep on the arm so that my face wasn't touching my pillow. But like, I'm just so impressed by how well this foundation looks on the skin. I think what's so shocking to me is that this foundation really is pretty much full coverage. Feels like nothing on the face, and the natural finish really does kind of remain throughout the day. So I powdered my skin. I powdered my skin in my T-zone. I didn't powder my skin like along the perimeter of my face. Well, yeah, I didn't powder my skin along the perimeter of my face, just in my T-zone. But I feel like this foundation really just held its own, and it was just like, we're gonna be long wearing. Cause I honestly feel like I could go another good few hours with this base and be good to go. I can just do a little bit of blotting, you know, just to take care of that little bit of dew. But I'm just so impressed that this is a full coverage foundation that does not feel heavy. A lot of times, at least for me, if I'm wearing a full coverage foundation, I feel it after 8 or so hours of wear. And I'm fine with it because I'm like, it's full coverage. This is what I'm looking for today, but I know I'm gonna feel it after a full day's of wear. But this feels like I have nothing on. It looks spectacular in my opinion. I'm actually not as mad with the color anymore. Like I feel like we balanced out the color, which I'm really happy about. My smile line is like non-existent. Look at it. Nothing is there. I cannot get over just how perfected this foundation looks. I am highly impressed. I'm like looking around my face and I'm just like, I don't see any areas of critique. I'm impressed. I am just impressed. Who do I think this foundation is great for? So I definitely think this foundation is dead on for normal combination oily. I would even say dry because the finish is natural. And even when I applied it onto the skin, even though this particular foundation, like I said, is full coverage, it didn't feel like it was not blending well. And I feel like if you have dry skin, you can make it work. Now you might need a hydrating primer. I'm not saying that you don't need that, but I feel like this could very well be a foundation for all skin types. Definitely though, a foundation that would be suitable for combo skin and oily skin because it really, in my opinion, keeps its natural like sheen and it doesn't appear to get excessively oily as the day goes on. I think this is just an all-around great foundation. I also think this would be a really good everyday foundation, even though it's full coverage, because it just looks so natural. Like I said in the beginning of my video, if this shade match would have been even more dead on, I could potentially just put this on, throw on a little mascara, maybe a highlight and a gloss, and be done, and not feel like I look like I have a cake face on because I have such thick foundation on. It's just however they formulated this foundation to have that balance between full coverage and lightweight, weightless, natural looking, they nailed it with this. I'm very, very impressed. And to think, I almost was not going to do a video on this because I was like, is anybody going to watch this? And you guys may still not be interested in it, but you know what? You need to check it out. She's beautiful. So those are my thoughts on the foundation. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you tried it? Are you interested in it? Are all Clinique foundations like this? Am I just in the dark about this brand and their foundations? Or is this one really a gem? It is beautiful. But yes, let me know your thoughts down below on the foundation, how you feel it wore. If you do have it, tell me how you like it. And if you've made it to this point in the video and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I highly suggest that you do and join the Glam Girl Squad because we'd love to have you. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.